Hey, so fall has begun and I hope you're enjoying it. But I don't want to bore you with my rambling, so let's get right into what I've been working on since the last episode. The first thing is that I started setting up my Steam page. I've already paid the $100 and honestly seeing my game appear in my library makes me really happy. Another thing I worked on, which I promised in the last episode, is the new events, news and super events windows. As you can see, they look much better than before. I also created an image for the COVID-20 pandemic super event. I love how they look and they fit the current art style really well. You might have also noticed something new behind those windows: shadows. When I added new events, I realized they looked pretty flat, so I thought, what if I add shadows? And it made a huge difference. I've started adding shadows in many other places too. They are not everywhere yet, but the game already looks so much better. Moving on with graphics, I created emblems for all parties, including different ones for AIP and AFP. I also made a test icon for the first focus in the Democratic Party focus tree, redesigned the top bar and moved the buttons to the bottom of it. Before we click those, take a look to the right. You can see the side of the smartphone. If we click it, we open the Chatterbox app, where you can read what people think about your campaign and see some politicians' chats, which are basically this world's version of tweets. The time and the battery indicators even show your actual real-world time and battery level if you are playing on a laptop. You might ask, why would I even want to read that? Well, that's where the next new feature comes in: ads. The menu is still a work in progress and so is the balance, but right now you can invest money to increase your party's popularity in specific states or even nationwide. For example, if you click on a state ad button for internet ads, you will get a slider showing a value and a cost. The higher the percentage, the smaller the efficiency, meaning that spamming expensive ads isn't as effective as you might think. Also, the higher your popularity already is in a state, the less impact ads will have. So let's invest some money into California and pause the game. And what's that? Looks like the AI is also investing money into ads. That's right, I finally started working on the AI. For now it does two main things: it invests in ads and picks random choices in events with weighted probabilities. Now let's pause the game for a moment and look at the top of the screen. You will notice 4 buttons, actually 5, but the ads button doesn't have an icon yet. The 2 buttons in the middle aren't functional right now. I decided to split the Senate and the House of Representatives into 2 separate tabs, but I haven't made the GUIs yet. However, I did finish the GUI for the first button, the Executive Branch view. Here you can see the current President, Vice President and Cabinet. Right now there are portraits for Dean Kaldwin and Bill Harkins, who are the in-universe versions of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. I reused Bill Harkins' portrait for John Crandall for now, but that will be replaced later. At the bottom you can see the cabinet. For example, the Secretary of State gives an additional 5% political power to the President. I've already programmed that effect, and for testing I changed it to 500% so the difference is easier to see. I also added shadows to the scroll menus to make it cleaner that they are scrollable. This is still a new change, so it's only applied to the 2 menus for now. If we click the 4 button, we get the Supreme Court view. Here you can see each Justice Party alignment, both visually and in text form. You can scroll through the list to see all the justices with their portraits and information. The photos are still blank for now, but that will change later. And the number of justices isn't random. Sometime around 2025 or 2026 a GOP justice will die, allowing whoever controls the presidency to appoint a replacement and shift the court balance to the left or right. And that's all for this episode. I hope you liked it. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next episode. Bye!